All right, folks. We are here with Person. Hi, Person. This is Platinum 2, King's Row. Now, this VOD was submitted as a Junker Queen VOD because I don't currently have a feature on my website to allow for people to submit a VOD as multiple heroes. So, obviously, here we are on Rhine, and I did skim through a little bit just to see what other heroes we might be playing. And there was a lot of JQ, but there's also some Sigma in here. So this is going to be more JQ, I think, than anything, but also a pretty sizable amount of Rhine and maybe a little bit of Sigma as well. As always, in recent videos, I am still very sick, so bear with me. My energy is a little bit lower, but I do want to be here, of course, and I want to provide as much advice as I possibly can, hopefully correct advice, but, you know, we'll see. I really love Junker Queen. I think she's my best tank by far. Statistically, she's definitely my best tank. I always seem to average around 12 to 13,000 damage per 10 and have high elims and good mitigated. Like, I don't know. There's something about JQ that really clicks with me. You know, she's like technically my strongest hero, period. Better than a lot of my DPS averages. So I don't know. I really like JQ. I'm very excited to get into that. But I do play a reasonable amount of Rhine and Sigma as well, who I also like. So, you know, this is gonna be a nice VOD. It's shaping up to be a fun one. So let's get into it. Let's watch and see how Person plays this. Surprised we didn't charge there. Saw a wall. Okay, now we're charging. Sure. Careful about turning your back to that Ana. Don't think it really matters. You've already won the fight. That's unfortunate. Bye, Craig. All right, we're down one for this team fight. Plays need to happen. We need to play smart. Nice, good shield usage. You really waited to hold off until you started taking actual damage there. That was really nice. Really good shield control there. Pretty good charge. They're walled. Just be really careful here because this Maywall is about to break. So I'm fine with this charge, but we also need to be ready to pay attention to what's happening behind us. Nice. Yeah. Good job. Really kind of screwing our Mei though. Like we're allowing our Mei to play tank. I don't understand why we're back here so often. It's poor Mei. Yeah, I'm glad we got aggressive. I mean, this is all pretty cut and dry stuff. There's not really a whole lot to talk about here. This is all fine, and hopefully your team gets out of that. Where are they going? Are they going top and rotating? Maybe Wu Yang is. Mei is kind of screwed. Hopefully Mei gets out of this. I don't know why they want to rotate that way. Okay. Sure. Uh-oh. This is a problem. Yeah, I mean, it looks like you're trying to go support your Wu Yang here, but this is almost certain death. This is almost certain death. Unless, well, maybe not. Really depends what you do. If we charge up the stairs, you're fine. If we stop and try to fight this Ram and take Ram off our Wu Yang, we're dead. So this is potentially a really good play, I think, because if you make the full charge over to here and then rotate up through here, you're fine. That's all fine, and it's probably worth it, and you save your Wu Yang potentially, right? So that seems pretty good. Otherwise, we're just throwing our life away because it's a 1v5. It's a 1v5, and we're turning our back, so we're gonna get naded. We might get slapped. Ram's still in Nem form, so if we miss pin on Ram, or even if we hit it, he's still gonna be in Nem form and just pummel us. Yeah, I mean, this is like we don't have our team cannot support us in any way, shape, or form here from this engagement. So you better go all the way through and go up the stairs. What? You're function 5, right? No, what are you? 5. Oh, okay. Uh-oh. I thought you were gonna do it. Yeah, this is a problem. You're dead. All right. Yeah, I mean, I think the charge is fine, only if you continue, though. Like, this, we need to continue because we can't stop here. We can't stop here. Their entire team is looking at us. That's really the only problem, though. Like, I think the charge is actually fine. So, yeah. Yeah, I don't think I have anything else to add to that. Alright, we have ult now, though. That's pretty nice. And it should be very obvious to their team that you have ult. You want to know why? Because this is the first time you're playing this corner this entire game. This is the first time you're playing up here. You always start back here and then you push up to help your mate after the fact. But now you're starting up here to begin with. So, like, this is like a dead giveaway. This is so funny. Okay. Why are we backing up? Hey, yo, stay up there. Stay up there. I like how you're taking the opposite side from May, though. Nice job with that, by the way. Just creating angles with your DPS. Your DPS playing off you. You're playing off your DPS. Yeah, it's making a nice little kill box right here. That's really good. You know, I might just turn this corner and shatter. Did Ram use shield? I feel like shield just went down, right? Maybe not. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. We definitely probably want to see shield come out before we decide to make any plays with shatter, or we just walk past Ram, you know, whichever. But definitely be looking to shatter this fight, right? We want to use ults as we get them. We want to keep the momentum on our team. We want to make our ult econ better than theirs, right? So if we're the first ones to use ults, then we're the first ones to get them back for the rest of the game, right? So our ult econ, we can dictate the flow of ults in the game if we are proactive with our ults instead of reactive or defensive, right? So we can build momentum and continue that momentum by using our ultimates. Well, I mean, he doesn't have shield now. I mean, he just popped Nem, so this is your cue to just turn that corner and shatter. Worst he can do is vortex you, but he just chose to go in Nem for him, so he's not going to be able to block this. And as far as I know, what I am expecting is literally everybody and their mom to be around that corner right side. This is a perfect shatter opportunity. Definitely kill one or two and completely shut down this engagement. Yeah, everybody is over here. Everybody is over there. Yikes, 26 HP. That's so scary. Yeah, I mean, just shatter. Just shatter that. Shatter. Don't be like, you know, it doesn't need to be perfect. You don't need to hit a 5-man. Just look to shut down engagements like that. I think you live though, right? Ooh, okay, you definitely live now. Yeah, I mean, this is just a waste though at this point, right? We already had Nano, the tank was dead, you already killed the Genji. So now we don't have Shatter for the next fight, and that might be really important. That might be really important. Yikes, you like going down to like minimum HP.
Let's get on with it.
Yeah, I definitely think you could have won that fight without it, but we still have Wu Yang and we have Soj out here. So as long as their Soj doesn't get picked first again. Yeah, we took too much damage there, that's unfortunate. Just here it's fine, but here it's because we fire strike. So if we're gonna fire strike here, I mean, it's fine, obviously. Yeah, use your abilities. Preferably do it around a corner. The goal is tank, and really any hero, but especially tank, should always be to preserve as much HP as you possibly can so that you can go into the team fight with that as a key resource. So if you're going into a team fight as a tank with half your HP, well, you're playing at a severe disadvantage. So if there are opportunities for you to minimize the amount of poke damage that you're taking pre-fight, that's what we need to be doing. So that's why tanks hold corners, right? They hold corners and they kind of duck and peek around them because they're really trying to minimize the damage that they take. And it's the same for any hero really, but it's important, the most important for tanks, because tanks really dictate the flow of the fight. So if we are taking all this damage because we're fire striking right out in the open and suddenly everybody is shooting us because we're locked into our fire strike animation, well, now they have a really big advantage and they should push off this, because Now you're half HP, and none of their team is like none of their team is weak at all. Like they're all full health. So they just need to engage right now. They need to push. They need to go for something, and their Ram does. It's exactly what he does. And this is a great play from Ram. Really good recognition from him. But it's you only allow him to do this because we fire strike out in the open instead of around a corner. Keep that in mind. And you might lose this fight because of it. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Yeah, really the root cause of that, more than anything, was you allowed that Ram to take that space because you took too much damage. That's it. It was a very, very minor mistake, but it's what led to this fight being lost. So keep that in mind. Otherwise, pretty solid from what I've seen from you so far. Minus that one charge. Uh-oh. Was that you? Did you kill the Soj? Yep.
Stop the payload.
Shame on you. Really, shame on Soj. Like, how do you not dodge a fire strike? I don't know. Whatever. I would give the same look. I would give the same look. Whatever. Okay, your Mei's dead. Just who cares? Either go in and die with the rest of your team, right? Your Mei's dead no matter what here. Well, she has ult. I guess there is a world where she could survive. I don't know. Maybe if you're duoed with this Mei, or if you're just in team chat or whatever and you communicate this, there's definitely a world where I think you both live this. Mei ult goes out to create space, potentially catch people out. They have to all go back. You charge in, you put shield. Is it worth it though? Maybe. You probably get an elim. Probably even the fight and they're able to hold that corner. I don't know. It really depends. I guess if you and your Mei have synergy here, then I think you should go. If you don't, then I think you should just run away or just go in and die. So, I mean, like, I don't know. I don't know what the play is here. It really depends on what the Mei's doing. Okay, we're using ult. I mean, this is exactly what this is exactly what I had suggested. This is fine. You and your Mei should live this. Now, I don't know if Genji's gonna kill everybody and it's not gonna matter. But that's pretty good play from you there. That's actually really good. You're gonna have to tell me if you were duoed with that, or if you were duoed with the Mei, or if that just came naturally, because that was pretty sick. Okay. Yeah, so we're here now, but now we need to rotate because we are not capable of doing anything, right? We shield our Mei, back up. We obviously can't deal with the Ana Curie Soj staring at us. It's fine to capture their attention, hold space. I think that's totally fine, but just walk away, hold shield, walk away, hold shield, walk away. And you both live, and then potentially are able to retake the fight either by re-peeking, re-swinging this corner with charge, or you just walk all the way over here and help in the back line. I don't know. Either one I think is fine. Or I mean, you could go crazy sicko mode. You could go all the way back here and look for a flank play on Ryan. You could be LH Cloudy for a second, you know. That's viable too. It would work.
Hello.
Dang. We peel for this, Genji. That's a huge mistake. It was so good up until this. If you don't peel for this Genji, your Mei doesn't die, their tank dies. Yikes. Oh man, that's a major mistake from you there. And it's funny because I'm recording this VOD right after reviewing Frozone. Hi Frozone, you're catching some strays here again. Frozone, it made the same mistake quite frequently. It's why are we peeling all the way to our backline as a tank? It's just not our job. Our job is to hold the space that we're trying to hold. And as soon as we give that up, we're just enabling the enemy team. So you need to have faith and trust in your team to be able to deal with the threats in the backline. Are they going to be able to deal with a blade? Probably not. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe Ana gets a good sleep. Obviously, she doesn't. She dies. But you just need to have that faith in your team and focus on what you're doing and what you can control. Because if you hold this, their tank is dead, and you and Mei live, and potentially you get maybe the Soj out of it, or an Ana, or the Curie. Maybe you get something out of it, maybe a little bit more than whatever this is. But now you certainly die and lose this fight. So careful about peeling. Careful about peeling. And what's the difference, guys? Pop quiz. What's the difference between peeling like this, where we were here holding this space with our Mei and going through here and back to the Genji, versus holding this space here and peeling for our Wu Yang by coming in through here? What's the difference, guys? Pop quiz, right? Pop quiz. The difference is the peel type, the type of peel. You will peel aggressively, preserve all the space you were already holding, and take more space by peeling for your Wu Yang here. You just played it incorrectly and didn't finish by walking up the stairs. And yeah, you do give up this space, but you're able to retake it most likely pretty quickly by just running over here. Like, they're going to be so distracted by you, they're going to want to kill you, they're going to chase you. Like, you probably don't give up a whole lot of space. If they just decide to ignore you and run through, good on them, I guess. So yeah, you would give up that space, but then you'd be in their back line, and then you can play like LH Cloudy. You can just do crazy things in the back line as Ryan. But we peel aggressively. We don't sacrifice any of the space that we were holding, and we don't allow them to just walk forward for free. Versus this peel is a very defensive peel, where we were holding all of this space and trying to control this space here, but then we turn our back and run and watch the Genji, and suddenly all of this space that we were holding is now gone. So they're allowed to push through and capitalize, and as you can see, the Sojourn picked the Mei, and their tank lived, and you die. So that's the key difference between those two types of peels. The first one was appropriate. The second one, this one here, was not. Yeah, I think it's fine. You were trying to make something happen. Things were happening. They're just going for a play. Is pretty good recognition from you to know where your team is here as well. And as soon as you see these guys' attention shift, that's when you go for this charge, which I think is fine. They're out, you go in, you try to pinch them with your team here. I think that's fine. Only problem is we weren't tracking Ram. Ram has Nem. And you're really relying on your team to support you here. So if your team loses, you lose. If your team wins, you win. So it's kind of whatever. I like this play. I think it's fine. Just a little scary because he's still in Nem here, or has Nem, and he does have support pocket. And it looks like your team's losing. It's whatever. It's whatever. I don't think there's anything different you could have done there. I think it was a good play. Ooh, we're fast. Ooh, we have Shatter. Ah, the classic. You know, the higher you go, the less this will work. But abuse it while you still can, because nobody seems to ever expect it in medal ranks. Yeah, good Shatter, good awareness. You get 3? Hell yeah, nice. And really good job ignoring the Ram. Yeah, who cares? Who cares? Go for the squishies. You're Nano. You're a huge threat. You can potentially kill 3 or 4 of them, maybe. And they hit a nice cleanse, which does not help your case. But you know, this is good play from you so far here. You might just be taking a little bit too much damage. That's the only thing. Yikes. Okay. Yeah. Okay. If we're not going to be able to hit this guy with our charge, which is, I presume that's what you're thinking. You just wanted to charge at him, get him out of your team. That's fine. Yeah, I think that's fine. I was going to say, like, if you didn't really have an angle on him, then I think the charge is fine, but just go help in the back line. Like, go get that Ana. Go help your Soj or the Kiri. Like, there are other plays to be made, but I think your intention there was just to get the Ram away. We just kind of whiffed it, which wasn't really your fault. That's whatever. Well, we're dead. Okay. Well, hey, if you go on that Ana, that Nano doesn't come out. But I think both plays are equally fine given the circumstance that you were in. I think if you were able to hit that Ram, that would have been really valuable for your team. versus if you were to go on that Ana, it would be more valuable for you, which in hindsight would have been really valuable for your team, but it is what it is.
Why ask questions when you could just...
How much health charge should we have? Oh. That's right, we just used it, so not much. Alright, Sigma.
The barrier appears.
Yeah, that's pretty good hands, pretty good shield management, like how you're playing the corner. Good stuff so far. Good grip. Don't care about the Genji. Please don't care about the Genji. Please do not let yourself get distracted by the Genji. What are you reasonably going to do against the Genji? Probably not a whole lot. So why? Why, person? Why? What are you going to do here? Nothing. Now we don't have rock. Now we don't have rock. Well, like, we didn't even look to see, like, potentially, yeah, maybe, like maybe and there's a very slim chance we catch Genji with this rock, but it would be pretty incredible. I'll say that much. It would be pretty incredible if you managed to hit this guy with rock. Like, he'd have to double jump into it for you to hit this. So why not just hold it and use it for something a little bit more valuable over here? So I don't like this attention that we're giving to Genji. Good block. Don't really love the hands here, only because it's only RAM, right? So, like, who cares? We're not eating any significant source of damage, and we're not really at threat of taking a lot of damage. Not trying to eat, like, Ana nade. We're not trying to eat Bastion bomb thing. We're not trying to eat Vortex, you know, so this is kind of just a little bit of a waste here. I like the focus on the Ana here, though. That's really nice. Unfortunate. Okay. Yep, don't turn around for the Genji. And you kind of do. Man, we're still out. We're alive. Nice play from your Mei. Okay. We just got ult. Like, you don't win this without ult. But let me just watch this back from your perspective again real quick. When do your teammates die? Okay, there goes your Ashe, there goes your fight. Really early in the fight. Really, really early. Yeah. I don't know, I think you can hold here. But I also think that your team probably respawns in time, because it's only these two people. I don't think it's a huge issue. Yeah, you can ult here. If you ult, please fly up here and sit up here and shoot them from here, which is your only option to live. If you don't, I don't think it's a huge deal. I might eat my words in a minute, but I think your team will respawn in time to clutch this before the cart reaches the last checkpoint. Unfortunate. Missed rock. That would have helped a lot. But there's your Ashe. Your Ashe is already back. Okay. Yeah. Oh, nice nade. Yeah, you're fine. You should be, unless you see 9. You know. Okay. All right. Good.
Barrier initialized.
All right. So we're definitely looking to use ult this fight. We want to look for a good opportunity on their engage. So if they are making a hard push and we want to shut it down, or using an ultimate that is key, that we want to, like, stop getting value from. Sorry, excuse me. I'm, like, trying not to cough here. I'm gonna have to anyway. Okay. Yeah, I mean, obviously we just want to use Flux here, probably not proactively, because Flux isn't, like, usually super great used at the start of the fight. It's usually a pretty good response ultimate. You can, if you see an opportunity, for sure. Obviously, just use it proactively. It's not never use it proactively. I just feel like they're going to make a really hard push. It's the last it's probably the last team fight they really have. So they're going to be throwing a lot here, and I think you could probably get some more value by just ulting to counter something that they do. But definitely look to be using it this fight. That's a pretty good time to use it if I've ever seen one. They're rushing, so what does that mean? It means they're all going to want to come in, right? So yeah, their Ram and their Kiri are up, but you don't see the rest of their team yet. But what does that mean? They're rushing. The rest of their team is going to come around this corner any second. This is like the beautiful time to completely shut down this rush. Like, they don't get to advance, and you probably catch people out of position because they're all going to want to be playing in this rush. Like, your ult is such a fantastic counter to this that you should be salivating right now. Like, I need to see you pop ult here.
For me!
Yeah, good. A little late, just the tiniest bit late. Otherwise, really good. Really love it. Now, our target priority, though. What should our target priority be? I don't know. May is making our life a little bit harder. Like, this wall is good. It blocks rush, obviously. So good on her. But now our life is a little bit harder. So target priority? I don't know. I think you could go for the Ram and Kiri, or you could go for backline. I think either are acceptable, given that the walls there are already blocking rush. I think it's probably a little bit better to go for the Kiri and Ram, who are rounding the corner and attacking your team. If the wall wasn't there, I would probably be more concerned about hitting the back line. Especially with an Ana, who I don't know, has she thrown sleep out? I don't know. But yeah, I mean, pretty good. Now, what's going to really matter most of all, I think, is where do we end this ult at? So, does Ram escape this? That'd be so sad. Oh, he does. That's so sad. I mean, we get the Kiri. That's nice. Please go to your left. No. Oh no. Yeah. Okay. So, or go back here. I mean, this is fine too. So, Flux is obviously a very strong tool for Sigma to reposition. So whenever I use Flux, I am also using it mostly. I'm mostly also using it. Mostly also. I'm also usually I am usually also thinking about where I want to be at the end of my ultimate. So you can use his ult to get to a lot of really nasty places. You are a poke tank, you have pretty decent range, and you can use your flying around the map to get to places that you can't otherwise. So where are those two places on King's Row that are strong for you or any poke sort of character? You have this back here if they're pushed a little bit further forward for your comfort, or if you're trying to go for a flank play or they're pushed further back, you also have this up here. So either of these two would be really strong. And what is the response to you being up there? They can't do anything about you up there. So when you pop this Flux, you should be thinking about, hey, I want to, get some value from my ultimate, but also end up in a position where I can continue to get value. But obviously dropping into nano Ram ult here. I'm assuming the Ram got nanoed, but even if not, Ram ult probably doesn't feel super great, and we're definitely going to die. Now, I don't think it would have mattered anyway, right? Like, your entire team just collapses. Don't think it would have made a huge difference if you were up here. Like, you were not going to be able to clutch this, but well, with your Bob out here, there's actually some plays to be made. I don't know. Maybe you do clutch it. Probably not, though. Probably not. But maybe. You can definitely throw that shield in front of your Bob to help the Bob hold that space. I don't know. There were plays, but it was probably lost. All right. And now we are on to Queen, my beloved. All right.
2, 1. Attackers
Yeah, I don't love that we just shout out the spawn door here. Why? Because now we're not going to have it for when we get to this corner. Just walk to this corner. Be patient. We need shout to to make a play here.
Thanks.
Because now we're just going to be stuck here for 13 seconds or whatever, 12 seconds. Without any ability to engage, right? Like,
I need a knife.
we're just stuck. Now imagine how nice it would have been to have Shout there so we can go make a play on that ram, which we hooked in and slashed somehow, even though he was behind a shield. Does slash go through shields? I don't know. Probably, right? Think so. Maybe not. I don't know. But now we're just stuck here, and we have to play this corner, and we're waiting, 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 and now we have Shout. So now, as you can tell from your own gameplay here, we're more comfortable walking in because we have Shout. But this could have happened a lot sooner if we had just not shouted out of spawn for no reason. Like, shouting out of spawn is fine if you have a long way to go, but the distance from spawn door to this corner is not a long way to go. Like, this is just, you just walk. Just walk, and then be prepared to shout and make a play around statue. What's that guy doing? What is he doing? Sure. Yep, nice.
Claiming the objective. Get over here.
Your on-ron really carried that, by the way, because their on-ron distracted their entire team, which allowed you to kill this tank. Like, watch what your on-ron's doing. Watch the circles. Ana's lost. On-ron goes on the flank. Reaper dies. Like, Kiri's lost. Like, nobody's paying attention to their tank because this on-run goes on a play. And I guess your fire hits some nice shots too.
Claiming the objective.
I was wondering why nobody was shooting you as you were standing right here out in the open with your back turned to all the angles over here, shooting their tank, but... Alright, let's push up, take space, we don't need to be here. We're the tank. Why are your teammates tanking for you? It's gonna be stuck in its animation. You got plenty of time. It's gonna be stuck in its animation for a little while. Like, we need to be pushing up. We needed to be taking the space. We need to hold as long as we can, and then back up and back up and back up as appropriate. And then we would be at this corner. But we don't take any space. So their entire team gets all that space for free. All of our like defensive cooldowns come out because nobody was there to take the space. So we're a little bit weaker. It doesn't really matter because the yellow team is still really far away and not in a position to engage on you, but I don't know. The principle of it. Yeah. Walk forward, please walk forward. Nobody cares about you. They're all way too concerned about your Pharah. You can safely press W here. Your DPS are creating lots of space. You can capitalize on that and take even more and probably get some elims. Like, you should be walking forward and this Kiri should be dead. What are we doing over here? Ooh, actually... but we lost our opportunity because they got their cooldowns back and now they're just sitting comfortably behind a shield and they're all backed up and they're too far away, so we did not recognize that here we have major advantage and our DPS are pushed up and our fire is above us shooting them, and we just need to walk forward as a whole team. We give up a lot of space and potentially the pick on the tank or the Kiri. Your fire goes for a nice flank play here. Ooh, this is scary. Like, we're crossing a whole lot of open space here. I know you really want this ram, but look at what we're walking out in front of. Look at what we're walking out in front of. Now we almost have ult here. So you could have oh man. I mean, the best play here for you is just to sit back here, sit behind cover, take shots at the ram, finish that ult, and then look to ult down through here, and you're golden. But because we just walk out in the open and get really greedy around this ram and take a ton of damage, now we can't ult, and we probably die. I would have to assume we die. For whatever reason, the cast stops looking at you and you get the shout off, so maybe you don't. That's so insane. What is this Cassidy doing? What is, like, why? Why are the Ram and the Cassidy, well, obviously I know why, but like, why though? You're 1 HP. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Makes so little sense to me. They just completely forget about you and allow you to get shout off and live. It's so crazy. What the hell? Alright, well, now you have a pretty good opportunity to ult, I'd say. Yeah, I just pop it right now. Yeah, just go. Just go. Just go. Just go. Just go. Just go. Alright. Yep. Oh. Alright. Well, at least we have ult for this fight. Good job holding a closer corner instead of just waiting for Cart and your team. Good job, good job, good job. Yep, be pushed up here for sure. Good positioning. Yeah, sure. Sure, we're taking a lot of damage though. Look how much damage we're taking. I feel like it's just because Cass had a couple nice shots on us. Shout is too early. Because what do we hope to accomplish with this shout? Maybe for going for a rotation to get over here. Sure. I could get that. You're just going for a rotation to be up here, to be over here, to be up here, be annoying, look for an ult. Yeah, sure. I mean, that's fine. But what does this shout do? This isn't going to get you anything, and we just don't have a really key ability of ours. Like, shout is really, really, really important for Queen. Like, we need to be using that to engage or to disengage, but not to just kind of use it just to run around, right? We didn't have an opportunity to engage on a target, and we're not trying to disengage, which why would we disengage from here? There's nothing happening to us yet. And we didn't use it to rotate quickly, so that might cost you, you know, your life. At the very least, it's costing you all that space. Like, we could have stayed there a little bit earlier, or a little bit earlier, a little bit more. Alright, what are we thinking about? Are we thinking about cleanse here? Do we want to see cleanse come out before we queen ult? Like, what's like, I'm curious what the thought process is. Oh, there goes cleanse. Oh well, they just use ults. Alright, nice knife. Go, 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 go. Walk, hold W. Walk forward. Go. It's a very nice pick. It's a really nice knife. You have shout. There it is. Okay, it's fine. You're preserving your HP. You can now safely hold W. You have your ult. There goes the cleanse. Good job. Yeah, it's fine. It's all fine. It's all fine. You win the fight. Good job. Yeah. No complaints, really. No complaints. Just a tiny bit of hesitancy from you, but otherwise, I mean, it's pretty perfect. It's pretty perfect. Yeah. Yeah. That's a crazy Wu Yang wave. I don't know what they hope to accomplish. Wow. Nano's huge. They use Nano for no reason. Wow. Okay, and we're back finally. All right, we're back. Yikes, Cassidy. This is all fine, I think. I mean, from my perspective, it seems fine. They use a lot of resources on you to deal with you here. They're investing so much into you, so much attention. This is fine. It's fine. This is pretty good. It's fine. They pop ult. It's fine. You try to kite around. Meanwhile, while all of this is happening, your team is killing everything. They use so much on you. And your team capitalizes on all the space and all the tension you capture. Yeah, it sucks you die, but I mean, who wouldn't die in this situation? I think it's fine. I think it's all good. Oh, Doomfist. Well, I don't coach Doomfist because I don't know how to play this guy. Alright. Back on Rhine. Alright.
Attackers incoming. Defend objective.
Put that shield up, please. Holy God. Oh my God. Oh, holy. Okay. That shield needs to come up way quicker. As soon as that happens to you, that shield needs to go up. We cannot be taking damage right now. Oh no. Oh, it's so sad. Yeah, I don't know if you... I don't know. I mean, you probably live. Maybe. Tracer makes a nice play in the back line here. But you definitely save yourself probably 300 damage if that shield goes up a lot faster. And then I don't know if the Tracer would be able to finish you off or not. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, when we're naded here, I think this is all fine. But our thought should not be, I'm going to get a cheeky fire strike. No, we're naded. We lost all of our armor and they're literally standing on top of us. We need to preserve our HP while we still can. Back out. We are not strong. We don't have the opportunity to do this. And we just need to live. And get support from our team, and then we can go back in. But, yeah. Okay, I know, yeah. I know you want to hold and contest this point, but your team isn't positioned to do so. Your team just can't hold right now. You lose your Mei, so that's pretty important, and your Ana's all the way in the back, and you have a Soj Wu Yang. We need to be patient. As bad as it sounds, or as bad as it feels, we just need to be patient here. Like, when that Mei goes down, we realistically probably just don't win. Right? You just don't win. But you have other options. You want to capitalize on their mistakes. You don't want them to capitalize on yours. So yeah, if they play well, then you just lose the point. But if they make a mistake, well, then there's your opportunity to win the game. You know? So you lose your Mei really early, and your team is respawning and coming back, and we just can't win this fight right now. There's nothing we can do here to win this fight. So we need to be patient and allow for the enemy team to make mistakes. And if they don't, then oh well. But we, by walking forward and isolating ourselves severely, are just feeding. We're just feeding. Just adding to the mistakes and allowing them to do tons and tons of damage to us without any care in the world, and our team can't play off us at all, and we die.
My throne is where
Objective lost. Stop
like
the
that.
payload.
area denial. Bell!
That's rude.
Oi, push that payload back!
It was a blind shout, but I think it was decent. Obviously, you know they're going to be right around the corner, so preparing to just go in and take a bunch of damage. So pre-shout, I think it's fine. I think you maybe could have been slightly more patient with it. Like you could have waited half a second after turning the corner, but overall, a lot better in terms of shout than we've seen previously. Nice wall, nice nade. That was nuts. All right. And then who do we play on attack? Queen? Okay, get out of this habit. Get out of this habit of shouting every time. It's appropriate on a lot of maps. In the King's Row, it's not appropriate. You don't have a whole lot of distance to cover from spawn to your first engagement, you know, so. He's crazy. Nice knife. Somebody's sleeping. That was insane. That was so lucky, but that was awesome. I mean, that's perfect. Only thing wrong with this play is your positioning. Otherwise, you are making the exact correct play. I love how you're ignoring the Orisa, because who cares? You are an assassin. Queen is quite the assassin. She can kill squishies really quickly, and she can obviously disrupt them, and knife is a huge threat, and slash is a huge threat, and shout closes distance on squid. Like, yeah, this is good. Only problem with this whole thing are the positions that we decide to take. Like, we just expose ourselves way too much main here. We're taking a lot of damage. So you can do the same thing. Now, Larissa might mark you, and if she does, then okay. Yeah, then I guess it doesn't really matter, but you know they're on the back foot here. You know they're running away. Why not just come through? Why not come through and look to make a play on the back line here? Save yourself a lot of damage, save your supports a lot of trouble, and allow for more plays to be made by your team. You're not at threat of dying here because you've got the whole entourage on you. You know, you got everybody's looking at you. You're like, your team is looking at you, so everybody cares about you right now, and they want to keep you up, so you're fine. But the objectively correct play is to just run through hotel here. And then you can do the same thing, but avoid a lot of damage. So otherwise, good decision here. Good decision, good play. Go. Go. Pick up the remaining kills. Go. All right. Hold that space. Don't let them get set up. You see what you're doing by standing back here? Look at all the space that they just get to take for free. Like, why is the Reaper over here? Why is the Moira over here? Why is the Juno over here? That should never be allowed. Your team needs to be pushed up. They're not pushed up because you're not pushed up. Your job is to take this space and hold this space. So yellow team gets to set up on this incredibly nasty choke here, by the way. Like, this is rough. I have won and lost many games in this very exact spot because this is a miserable thing to push through if both teams are playing close. Yeah, like, we are not up, so we are just allowing yellow team to set up here, which, I mean, I feel like you probably win this game. You have plenty of time, so you should bring some ults online and just win on ult econ alone, but you're making it harder for yourself. All right, well, their team is just insane. So. And good game. All right. Well, thank you, first and foremost, for the VOD. That was a lot of fun. I really enjoy Junker Queen, especially. Not that I don't enjoy Ryan and Sigma, but I haven't done a Junker Queen VOD yet, so I really enjoyed getting a chance to look at her. You played her pretty well. I just would think if your intention is you wanted some focus, some help on Junker Queen, then if you're primarily a JQ player, then we really need to be paying attention to how we're using our shouts. That is by far your biggest weakness on JQ right now, at least on this VOD. You had a couple of really good ones, but most of the time we're wasting them unnecessarily. So really be thinking really hard about using those shouts to either engage and close distance on somebody or to disengage and get away. There are the one-off edge cases where you can think about using it to reposition, like I had mentioned on that third point, where you just want to cross open space quickly and you don't want to risk taking a buttload of damage, but it would allow you to ultimately set up in a much better angle, much better position to build off of. Like when you had ult there, like suddenly they all have to look at you and worry about you, and you could definitely make a play with ult. You could deepen, go on a flank, and then ult back into your team so that you get like a kind of like a backwards JQ ult, which I really love doing. So there are plays to be made with shout there, but it's not super common. There aren't a whole lot of use cases for that so much. It's usually more important to disengage or engage with it. And then there's also the edge case of I'm just going to try to save my team. Doesn't usually work out. I'll be so crystal clear. Like I used to make the mistake of using shout to try and save my teammates a lot. It just almost never works. It should be mostly a selfish sort of use case, you know. It just doesn't provide enough value. So if your teammates are really caught out of position and screwed, they're still going to die. Every so often it does work. Every so often you do save people. But considering the value that shout has to make plays, it's not worth it. So yeah, work on your shouts there. Now for Ryan, probably peeling, right? Probably peeling. All right. There's only a couple instances, right? Only a couple instances of that. But I think those were your biggest mistakes on Ryan. The first peel that you made on the Sigma, the aggressive peel, only mistake was that you didn't follow through with it, so you ended up in a bad position. That was the only problem with that one. And then obviously the other one, which we went through, was leaving your Mei out to die instead of holding the space that you took. And you probably had a pretty decent shot at winning that fight if you had just stayed there. So yeah, look at that. Look at peeling there. And then for Sigma, really didn't see a whole lot of Sigma, so I can't really give you any solid advice for him. The only thing I could say is that when you use your ult, just look to be creative with it. You know, when it ends, look around and see if there's anywhere that you could have been that would have given you some sort of advantage, or just been like a weird spot or creative spot or something that you wouldn't normally be able to get to. Like Sigma's ult is really good that way. And I've run into quite a few Sigmas who utilize that very effectively and make it a huge pain. Because if you're on either of those two high grounds, last point on King's Row, and they don't have a way to just get up there and deal with you, like that's really annoying for them and causes a lot of problems. So yeah, I don't know what you want to work on, but those are a few things I noticed from each hero. Otherwise, really good stuff. And thank you very much for the VOD. I hope it was helpful. And nice to see you, and I hope to see another VOD from you again in the future. So until then, take it easy, and I'll see you. Peace.